So a few days back on this channel, I had reviewed this book called Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And today I'm going to talk about the sequel of that book. Hi, hello, namaste. My name is RJ Manjula and welcome to my YouTube channel, where today we are going to review this book called Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Tales from the Cafe, which is the second part of the first book, Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. But before I start this review, let me tell you, do make sure that you watch the review of the first part of this book, which is called Before the Coffee Gets Cold, जिसका लिंक आपको नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा और ऊपर आई बटन पर भी. So just like the last book, the first part of it, इस बुक में भी एक कैफ़े है जहाँ पर एक पर्टिकुलर सीट पर बैठकर आप टाइम ट्रैवल कर सकते हैं. मतलब कि आप अपने पास्ट या फ्यूचर में जा सकते हैं. पर ऑफ कोर्स उसकी कुछ शर्तें हैं. पहली शर्त कि आप जो है अपने पास्ट या फ्यूचर जहाँ पर भी जाएं, सिर्फ उन्हीं लोगों से मिल सकते हैं जो इस कैफ़े में आ चुके हैं कभी भी अपनी लाइफ में. दूसरी शर्त ये है कि आप जो है अपने पास्ट या फ्यूचर में कोई भी चेंज कर ले, उसका फ़र्क आपके प्रेजेंट पर नहीं पड़ेगा. मतलब आप अपने प्रेजेंट को चेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे चाहे आप अपने पास्ट या फ्यूचर में कोई भी चेंज कर लें. And the third and the most important, the most important condition is that when you start your time travel, when you sit on that particular seat, you're served a hot cup of coffee. And you have to drink that coffee before it gets cold. Otherwise, you'll get stuck wherever you've gone to. So, if you've traveled to the past, you'll get stuck in the past. If you've traveled to the future, you'll get stuck in the future itself, as in you won't be able to come back. So that is why the name Before the Coffee Gets Cold. So all the stories that are narrated in the first part of this book, in this part you will actually find the past stories of all the characters, like the background behind all the characters. Like for example, the most important character in the cafe, the waitress Kazu, जिनके सिर्फ उनके ही कॉफ़ी पोर करने से आप टाइम ट्रैवल कर सकते हैं. क्या हुआ था जब उन्होंने अपना पहला कप पोर किया था अपने पहले कस्टमर को, और वो थी उनकी माँ. And she had served a cup of hot coffee to her, and her mother had traveled to the past to meet her father, but she never came back. What exactly happened there? काजू की बैक स्टोरी आपको इसमें मिलेगी. एंड देन यू हैव अदर इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरीज, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल देयर इज दिस डिटेक्टिव हु वांट्स टू ट्रैवल टू द पास्ट जस्ट टू टेल हिज डेड वाइफ दैट how much he loved her and that he never wanted to divorce her. He had actually called her to this cafe, and he had to urgently leave for a meeting. And he had called her to that cafe to apologize, and he wanted to say that he was not able to give her time because of work, and he had a gift for her, and he wanted to say how much he loved her. But she kept thinking that because there was so much distance between them, that he must have called her to just tell her this news that they are going ahead with the divorce. But before he could clarify anything, that lady, his wife, died the same day. So this detective wants to travel to the past just to tell her that was not the case. एक ऐसे बेटे की भी कहानी है जो अपनी माँ के अंतिम संस्कार पर नहीं आ पाया था, या इंटेंशनली नहीं आया था क्योंकि वो अपनी माँ को हारा हुआ नहीं देख सकता था. There are many other interesting stories and events in this book that are much better than the first part. Also, if you remember my review of the first part of this book, I had only one problem with the book, and I told you guys that the stories were not interesting. They lacked depth, and they did not touch my heart. But in that department, this second part is much better than the first part. कहानियाँ बहुत ही दिलचस्प हैं, बहुत अच्छी कहानियाँ हैं, दिल छूने वाली कहानियाँ हैं इस पार्ट में. Now let me tell you, it's not compulsory for you to read the first part of this book. This can be easily understood and read as an independent read also. जैसे फर्स्ट पार्ट जो है, कहने को ये पार्ट उसका सीक्वल है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर आप इससे शुरुआत करेंगे इस किताब से, if you don't want to read the first part, then also it's absolutely fine. You'll be able to easily understand this book. It's not that complicated, and there is nothing which is not explained in the book so well that you would need to read the first part. सो एज आई सेड, इस बुक की कहानियाँ पहले पार्ट से बहुत बेहतर हैं, दिल को छूने वाली हैं. ऑल्सो जो कैरेक्टर्स की बैक स्टोरीज हैं वो और भी ज़्यादा दिलचस्प हैं. एंड एज आई सेड, टाइम ट्रैवल का कॉन्सेप्ट तो है ही एक्साइटिंग. ऑल्सो I think you can read this book because it has only 190 pages. Matlab, it's such a quick read. You'll be able to finish it in just no time. I hope you find this review useful. I hope you give this book a try. And if you find this review useful, please make sure you share this review with all your book lover friends and family members. And please make sure आप मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और नोटिफिकेशन बेल को भी ज़रूर प्रेस कर दें. I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, please keep reading and please keep smiling.